Well, hello YouTube, it's Petey, and this is a quick public service announcement. So I had bought these multi-layer ceramic capacitors. It turns out there was a dud, and we went through the bag. There was 47 capacitors left out of 100. So out of 47, my wife tested them. 14 of them were bad. So this is a multi-layer ceramic capacitor. It's labeled with a 104. It's a 100 nanofarad or 0.1 microfarad capacitor. I found out about these. Mike Vickery from Vic Audio recommended that I try these out. They had a multi-pack assortment that was like $7, and you got like 50 of each value cap. So it was an excellent value. And later on, I noticed I started getting some duds. Some circuits that I built weren't working, and I narrowed it down to this. So we started keeping track of that and testing them. We bought a multimeter that had a capacitance test on it, and before we install the parts, we would test everything. Now, I had run out of certain values of these capacitors quicker than others because you use the certain ones are popular. And they're cheap, they sound good, they're but you get some duds. So I recommend if you are going to go this way, when they come in, when you take delivery on them, just take a little time and sort them out and test them. Now, one thing that was telling was typically all the ones that worked looked like this. There were some other ones that were wider. Like, say, this would fit in a 2-space of a Vero perfectly. The other ones were wider and they would fit in a 3-space. So I was grabbing those 3-space ones, and they were all bad. We went and tested them today. All the ones that were bad were the wide ones, and then there were some little beam ones that were like closer together, like. So yeah, this was a bad QC batch. I got the bad ones. They're all low. They're all like 93, 96, maybe. They're supposed to be 100, which isn't a big deal, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm sure if you've been doing this and you pay attention, maybe you buy all your parts from DigiKey or Mauser or even Small Bear, which I was like, I can't afford that. I got to do things the cheap way. Look at me. I'm so smart because I'm so cheap. No, not the way that it is at all. And you're going to pay a premium for a service like Small Beer, but that's just what you're getting. The guy, Steve, the guy who started the business, he really knew what he was doing, and they would help you out with info. So you get what you pay for, and I just wanted to put this out there to save other people the headache. I built a couple buffers yesterday. I went grabbing those 3-space 104s. That's the part number on the side of this is 104. And neither of them worked, and I was like hunting down, is it the JFET pin out? Is it bad soldering? Is it I make a mistake on the layout? And no, wasted a lot of time. So I have a real lot of stuff on my plate right now. I built this yesterday, this cool pedal with a buffer and a booster in it. I'm going to be, God, I've got so much stuff on my list. I gotta upgrade this amp. I gotta install an EQ board and an amp. So I gotta get going. I do want to thank you guys for putting up with me. I've got a bunch more music that I need to edit. I need to get down to editing. Last time we went out, I only edited like 2 videos. I need to get back to that. There's a whole folder full of this music, and we went again, and I got more. So I need to motivate myself, and there's no excuse for that, because it's like, you only get 12 views on every video. Yeah, but I do this for me. I love watching them. So I need to get in and balance my life out a little better and not be so passive and actually try to get some stuff done. It's just so hard there's so much content on YouTube that I want to watch and enjoy, and they're with the distraction. So I just wanted to let you guys know these capacitors, I had recommended them before. Today the bag had 47 capacitors in it. My wife tested them and found 14 duds. 14 duds out of 47. So that should tell you what's been going on. I was aware of this. We had it in the forefront of our thinking for a while, and we were always testing them. And then, like today, she was like, hey, I just tested one of these and it came up 60. It's supposed to be 100. And I'm like, I already soldered them in. So that was my fault. I went grabbing parts when she's supposed to hand them to me after they've been tested. So I'm lucky enough to have someone here, wonderful assistant, helping me. And then I go and act like an asshole like that and bites me in the butt. Waste a lot of time. A lot. There was 2 boards I built yesterday that I tore apart. And then 2 more today. Now the 2 that I built today, I managed to salvage them. So, Petey, get it through your thick skull. You got to test these capacitors. Every component really should be tested. And if you can afford it, don't get the super cheap stuff, the mega pack. Here's a real good deal. Well, you know why it's a real good deal? Is because China, they know these are the ones they swept up off the floor that didn't meet the QC. That's why they're such a good deal. So, ask Grass or Super Cherry, nobody rides for free. That's a joke that my brother used to say. Super Cherry was this, it was a Frosty, it was a vending machine that made a Slurpee drink, squishy. And it was a Super Cherry was the flavor. And we were working in the summer, and we stopped at this gas station and got these Slurpees one time when it was like 110 degrees and we were dying. And this shit was like the nectar of the gods. Everybody was like, man, this is good. Super Cherry. That's what that joke is. Back when I was aerial cable splicer, a lineman, if you will. Not fun. So, you guys take care of yourselves. Watch out for those multi-layer ceramic capacitors. And peace.